Hi guys. I am super excited that you guys all signed up for this holiday blogger boot camp. I had no anticipation that this many people would sign up, and it is just blowing me out of the water. So thank you guys so much. I'm super excited to be doing this program with you guys, primarily because the holiday season is like the last shot for us all as bloggers to make a ton of money. And that potential is there even if you are a newer blogger. And in fact, I honestly think that like Pinterest right now, especially, is favoring newer bloggers. So this is going to work in your favor. So I can't wait to dig into some of the cool things that we're going to be talking about, all about specifically like making money. So about the course, kind of, hey guys. So just kind of like a background really quick on why this course, why is it a hybrid, kind of like a course mastermind on Facebook. First off, I believe in you guys getting a ton of value for your money. I just really do. And I think that doing kind of a course plus being able to have the interaction live on video is going to be really, really powerful and helpful for you guys so that you can actually ask your questions and get your answers in like a poignant way. So it's not just kind of a course where you're just reading and then you never hear from me again. You're going to be able to go through the course. You're going to be able to go through the homework assignments, and it's really going to be something that is going to help you a lot. I'm very, very hopeful because this is like, I went out of my way to try to design something that was like exactly what I wanted when I first started blogging, and I'm giving it to you guys. So really quick side note, Pennsylvania is like crazy weather right now. So if my internet cuts out, there's a huge storm outside. So if my internet cuts out, I'm really sorry. Like I can't do anything about it. So if the internet cuts out, we will reschedule when, the sky isn't actually falling on me. So all that to say, let's get into some of the fun stuff here. So about kind of, hey guys, sorry, I'm not ignoring you. It's like all on the side here. I'm really bad at multitasking. That's not true. I'm just really bad at like looking over there. I'm sorry. So really quick, just kind of like an overview statement about what we're going to cover in this mastermind. This is not going to be like a write about your feelings, write about what your kids did at school today. Unless you're going to be talking about the arts and crafts supplies that your kids used at school today, or about the utensils that you made your dinner with, like I don't think it's worth writing about. That sounds really harsh, but this is kind of where my brain goes, is anything that you guys spend your hard work with your time and your energy, it's worth making money off of. And that's kind of a core belief that I have. And I hope that you guys share that kind of general mentality, is like, if you're going to be spending your time doing something, you might as well be making money off of it. So that's what this whole holiday season blogger boot camp is about. Because honestly, right now is the time for you guys to be planning ahead and getting like off on the right track, because it's going to hit hard and fast. Like Labor Day is going to hit and boom, you're going to be seeing Halloween stuff everywhere, fall stuff everywhere. You're probably already seeing some of it. And it's like now is the time for that kind of stuff to be like working on with you guys. And so I wanted to kind of broach that a little bit more, obviously in this video, because I think that that's going to be something that's going to be really, really powerful. So really quick, I'm hopeful at least that you guys are all familiar with Amazon. Obviously, that was kind of like my big thing, was I need you guys to have an Amazon affiliate, not like strategy, that's not the right word. Like I want you to have an Amazon affiliate account. If you don't have one, get one today, because you're going to be using it a lot. And honestly, I think that there's no real requisite to getting an account other than like maybe you need to have a website. I could be wrong though. I applied for mine in 2015. I think that makes me old. But so here's the deal with what we're going to be doing with Amazon. I've already said that we're not going to be writing about our feelings or about anything like that. Our Amazon posts that we're going to be focusing on are not just about holiday specific stuff. We're going to be talking about holiday specific stuff that people are driving to buy. So it's not just toys for kids. It's the best toys for your kids this year. If that's not your niche, there are like a million different ways that you can make Amazon fit your niche. And it's totally, totally awesome. Now, I know Amazon isn't like a super high earning affiliate, but bear with me. Did you guys pay any attention at all to Prime Day and all of the hullabaloo that went on with that, and how like people were going nuts over Prime Day? And honestly, I didn't think that they were that great deals, except for the Instant Pot. I got another Instant Pot on Prime Day. But aside from that, I didn't think that they were great deals. But you know what? People lost their minds. The goal was to get the cookie. So you didn't have to get people to actually buy the stuff that they were clicking on. It just had to be intriguing enough. So I saw some of the really cool posts that were like the funniest things that you can buy from Amazon Prime Day. And those were the ones that I found myself clicking on. I had no idea who this blogger was, but he was showing me a dog like video recorder where if the dog presses a button, he can Skype with you at your office or wherever you are, and you can feed him treats if you want. I clicked on that. Why? I have no intention of buying that, but because it's cool. So it kind of goes back to, you have to figure out a way to get people's attention. You don't have to get them to buy exactly what that is, but it needs to be something that makes them go over to Amazon. And you can do that in about a million different ways, but I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm really sorry. So I wrote out, I'm sorry. Let's see. Can you see this? This is my chicken scratch handwriting. This is my kind of, whoa, I'm sideways. Let's see. Can you see this? This is my maximizing your Amazon earnings, and I swear I'm not going to overwhelm you. These are some of the things that we're going to be talking about this week. And I am super, super passionate about Amazon. I'm super passionate about being able to maximize your income with Amazon. And I know that it sounds silly because it's like their commission percentage is like 1 in some areas. And sometimes it's like, on like a good thing, it's like 4% or something. But you know what? You never know what someone's going to buy from Amazon. If you guys have been following me on my blogging about Blogging World for any amount of time, you've probably heard this story. I had my first post about essential oils that went mini viral. It was like essential oil roller balls and how to start them. I had somebody buy a $1,200 Pilates gym off of a $6 bottle of essential oil. Yeah, so I'm a big fan of just getting as many different opportunities for somebody to get cookied from your link as possible. And this is kind of one of those like wide net things where you have to cast a wide net instead of, you know, like individual fish. So it's a wide net that you're casting instead of looking for single fish. However, I also want to point out that this is something that you can do not just for the holiday season, but across the board. I am a big fan of making as many Amazon-specific posts as you possibly can. You can make Amazon posts for every single niche out there, like even doing gift guides that are specifically for your avatar. Nobody needs another freaking gift guide for her, or for him, or for the kids. You want a gift guide for the passionate teacher. You want a gift guide for the crafter, for the baker, for a specific kind of person, or under a specific budget for a specific kind of person. These are the big things that you can kind of tuck in the back of your mind in a way as we kind of go through my chicken scratchy handwriting. Okay, so ways that you can maximize your Amazon earnings. From the top, links in every single post. It doesn't matter what on earth you are talking about on your post or whatever it is. If you have a post, try to find at least 2 places that you can add an Amazon link. And try to make it as natural as humanly possible. Like if you're talking about making dinners, throw in a cookbook or mention the crock pot or an Instant Pot. Or if you are a personal finance blogger, talk about Dave Ramsey because he has a million different books and it's super natural to be like, hey, you should check out Dave Ramsey if you like learning about debt. If you are a homeschool parent, you can link to a curriculum package. You can link to the printer that you use. If you're a crafter, link to a Cricut machine. It doesn't matter what the post is about, especially if it's like an information post, still put at least 2 Amazon links. And the reason for 2 is because a lot of times people will overlook the first one and they'll look again at the second one, and you should have the second one being the one with a stronger call to action. And what that basically means is like, here's a Cricut machine and I love this thing. And then for your second link, have it be, I've never seen it at such a low price, you have to check it out now. So there you go. That's kind of my tidbit, is make sure that you have at least 2 different links in each one of your posts. I know that it's going to take some time. So one of your homework assignments this week is going to be homework. Aren't you excited that you have homework again? This is homework you're going to like, and that's going to pay off, I promise. So you're going to go through your top 5 to 10 posts over the course of the week, and you are going to find ways to add Amazon links. Okay. Next one, I already kind of touched on this a tiny little bit. So we're going to make guides for your people. And what I mean by that, it doesn't necessarily have to be gift guides. It could be first-time home buyers buying guide of things you need for your first home. That's a really clunky title, but you know what I mean. It could be gift guides for any number of people. But that's something that we're really going to be focusing heavily on, are the kinds of gift guides that you can make, especially in the upcoming holiday season. Another thing that's kind of cool about gift guides is that you can really repurpose them. So let's say you have a gift guide for the overwhelmed mom, like Christmas gift guide for the overwhelmed mom. You can repurpose that later on with very, very similar items. It could be even some of the same items, and you can do the same thing for a Mother's Day gift guide down the road. I'm a big fan of recycling as much of your posts as humanly possible, because let's be real, how much time do you put into each one of your posts? It's a lot, right? So why not reuse part of it? You can't copy and paste, but do what you can. Once you have all the gift guide stuff, it does take a little bit of time to kind of get all of them and get all the pictures and the links, but it'll be worth it because that's what people are looking for. Make as many different gift guides as possible. I know that sounds silly, and here's a way that you can kind of make it so that when someone goes to your website, it doesn't look super like, oh, you write about gift guides and nothing else. Does that make sense? So here's what you can do, is you can backdate them. Don't backdate them too far, but maybe you can backdate them just enough to get them off of the front page. That's what I would do, and that's what I actually do. So don't overlook guides specifically for your people. Sorry, trying to find the right place to be. Nobody needs any more gift guides for him. We need gift guides for the funny dad in your life. We need gift guides for the practical cook in your life. Those are the kinds of gift guides that people want. They're also really good for SEO. Like, think about it. If you have to look for a gift for a teacher, you're going to go to Google or Pinterest. You don't need to see a bunch of different gift guides that are like robes and fuzzy slippers and bath bombs. You want to see specifics for like, what would teachers want? So your post would come up. Kind of double whammy of like short term with Pinterest strategy, long term with SEO strategy. You're welcome, kind of. Okay, and I promise we will touch more on SEO and everything promotion wise. I won't leave you high and dry with that, I promise. Okay, honest reviews. This is something that I thought was really interesting. I looked this up, and it comes out that more people are looking up honest reviews on websites than they are on like Amazon or from the actual site. Reason being is that people have an inherent distrust of the kind of quality of reviews, because think about it. Like, somebody from the company could have written that same review that shows up on Amazon for whatever product it is. So they're going to be looking for an honest review. Might as well give it to them, right? Because people are already looking to buy a product, right? So if you're doing an honest review of an Instant Pot, people already want to buy that Instant Pot, but they really need some convincing. That's when they land on your site. And that's when they click through and read your review and they go, wow, if she says, and she's really honest and she's really open and she's speaking to me, if she says that I should buy this and she's not being paid by Instant Pot, I should buy this. And then she's going to click over and buy it. That's the goal. So sorry, that was kind of hokey. But don't ever overlook these like very, very humble writing a review. Like it doesn't have to be super difficult. Just be honest and be as detailed as possible because again, these are people who are already ready to buy. And that's the kind of person that you want to attract with the posts that you're writing for Amazon, are the ones that are looking to be told exactly what to buy because they've already basically got their credit card in their hand. You just need them to take that swipe. So that's what we're getting to. Okay, roundups, top 10s, best of. Sorry, I don't know where I'm supposed to sit. Roundups are super popular. And they do really, really well across social media, across link parties, across Facebook, everything. People want these kinds of posts. It's absolutely crazy. Now, here's something else really quick, kind of like a side note. I know that you didn't get into blogging to write a top 10 kitchen gadgets that every person should have. I know that, but here's the deal. You might have, and if you did, more power to you. But here's the thing. This is where the clicks will come from. And once you get somebody over to your site, the reason that you want it to be super niched specific is because you want people who are looking for the top 10 kitchen gadgets for moms or for new homeowners is because they're looking for more content based around that guiding principle. They are a mom. They are a new homeowner. They are on a budget. They are looking for things for a kitchen, whatever it might be. And then your blog is going to give it to them. But this is what's going to, am I pointing to the right thing? But this is what's going to get people to your site. And that's really important too, because let's never overlook ad income as being really important. So never kind of overlook the power of the top 10 posts. I know that it might sound hokey to say, but like those are the kinds of posts that people will click on, they will save, they will share, they will go viral, and people are going to be looking for them. And it's just going to be something that's very, very positive if you can get it. Okay. I never want you to think, do not think my niche won't work. I ran out of space. I have heard so many people saying my niche is just not good for Amazon. You are preaching to the choir. I am in personal finance. My job is to literally tell people to stop spending money. And yet I do really well with Amazon. Crystal Payne from Money Saving Mom literally tells people how to save like hundreds of thousands of dollars without spending anything. Like she's a crazy saving person. And yet Amazon is one of her #1 affiliate programs. So never think that Amazon is just something that's not going to work. Again, like you can give me a niche and I will find some kind of a way that I can do a top 10 post for it or a gift guide for your niche. I can find some way for it. If you guys need any help with that, feel free to ask it in either the comments or in a thread on the actual Facebook group, and I will definitely help you with that. That's kind of like, I really enjoy that actually. So don't ever think that it's not something that's going to work for you. There's always something that'll work. Can you tell I'm an optimist? Sorry. Okay. Influencer store means that can you see that? Influencer page means that you can email links. So I've actually done a little bit of research on this because I have heard from a few people that they had their influencer account like revoked when they tried to sign up for it. And from honestly what I can see is that there's no particular reason why that would happen. I believe that the reason that they set up the influencer account is for YouTubers. So it might be that you need to have a YouTube. I don't think you have to have any videos on it. I just think you have to have a YouTube. So if that's the case, I'm going to try to reach out to them and get a definitive answer. I looked everywhere and it was basically like, yeah, be an influencer. Like this is made for people who are influencers online. I'm like, how many times can you use the word influencer in a sentence without telling me what I actually need to become an influencer? So I was very frustrated. Either way, the only time that you can send a link in an email directly to Amazon is if you are sending them to your influencer page. And honestly, influencer pages are super cool. You can kind of organize them to be like pin boards. So let's say you talk about a bunch of different books that you love. You have your top 25 most recommended products. Each one of these is their own little box, is their own little category. And it's basically like a shop. And so people go to your influencer page, they land there, and then they can go and basically shop around and see what's there. And so that's actually really, really powerful. From what I can tell, it doesn't seem like it's too difficult. I mean, out of the ordinary difficult to get clicks onto an influencer page. If you're struggling to get clicks, and I think that they just extended the Amazon, like the sales window where you need to have a certain number of sales within a certain number of days. I think that they just extended it. I could be wrong. I'm going to look that one up as well. Either way, I definitely recommend signing up for an influencer account. I'm sorry. Because you can send the emails. You don't have to have a huge email list right now, but being able to have an influencer account and then make, for example, like for Black Friday, if you have a list or a board or whatever it's called, that I'm blanking on what it's actually called. Sorry, this is getting heavy. If you have a Black Friday board, you can add all of the different deals that you would be talking about for your audience there. And then they'd be able to go straight there and click through to it. You could also just overlap or skip over this completely and just do a post specifically for each holiday, which we will talk about later. Okay. Sorry, I'm sliding off my chair here. Okay. Where we go. Okay, bounties. This is something that's actually really cool. If you don't have a post about like why you should use Amazon Prime that's specific to your audience, you should. And you should every time in every single post that you talk about Amazon, in every single one of these guides, these gift guides, these top 10s, these honest reviews, you should have a blurb somewhere at the bottom or at the top that says, you can get a 30-day free trial of Amazon Prime right here. And then just kind of leave it at that. Or you can expand on that if you really want. But just have that, because each one of those bounties is $3, I think, or it's $5. If you talk about baby stuff, make sure that you have a link to, what is it called? The baby registries, because you can get a bounty when somebody signs up for a baby registry. Same thing for wedding registries. If you talk about like getting rid of cable at all, or if you talk about entertainment, you get a bounty each time someone signs up for Starz or HBO. Literally, you can make a ton of money off of bounties, but you have to mention them in order to get that. So wherever you can, mention especially like the 30-day free trial of Amazon Prime, because people love free trials. I mean, who doesn't love a free trial, right? So add at least the blurb about Amazon Prime at the top and the bottom of each one of these posts so that, you know, you're letting people know. And remember, the stronger call to action one goes at the very bottom, is the second one. So at the top, you're going to say, hey, free trial of Amazon Prime. At the bottom, you're going to be like, hey, remember, free trial, Amazon Prime, 30 days, can't beat that. Free shipping for a whole month. Like, what? Throw around as many words you want to in there. That was kind of a little off topic, but ow, sorry. Sorry, guys. Okay. I don't mean to be flexing here. I'm sorry. Okay. So make posts that are designed to sell. I've said this once and I will say it a million times. Just kind of making posts that are informative. There's a place for that. Of course, absolutely. You need people to seek the information that you have. We all want that. But there's a time and a place for that. There's also a time and a place for getting people to buy. And the way that you do that is to kind of, like I said, for the, for the Instant Pot review. You have people who are looking to buy an Instant Pot. They want to be convinced to buy an Instant Pot. just leaving it at Instant Pots are great, and that's your post title, nobody's going to buy that. What people want is why you should buy an Instant Pot, why you need a crock pot, why this was the best invention that ever existed, why you don't need something. And, give an alternative option if you're going to go the negative route. I would always try to go positive if you can for like the actual post title. Pins are up for grabs. If you want to go negative in a pin, be my guest. But, because let's be real. People like negativity every once in a while and will like click on it. So there's that. But definitely make posts that are something that you would be looking for if you want to buy. So for gift guides, don't just leave it at, the gift guides for her. Make it gift guides for the teacher that you need to buy before Christmas break. The stocking stuffers that he will want to rip open. Like, these are all weird things, but you know what I mean. Specific gift guides that have a real kind of like a urgency where you want to know more and take an action on. Because that's where kind of the big difference is. You can write information posts till you're blue in the face, but if you're not telling somebody to take an action at the end of it, or if you're not giving somebody an action to take, you're kind of lost. So even in your information posts, aside from Amazon, like give it a call to action, give them a solution to the problem, and especially bonus if you can find an affiliate for it. So there's that. Give them a call to action that is designed to sell. You are looking for those people who are sitting there at their computer with their credit card in hand. Those are your people. No matter who your niche is, no matter who your avatar is, there are people who are sitting there with their credit card waiting to spend money, and you need to find them and get them to click on your stuff. We'll go into that more. Okay, making a lot of roundups. Did I mention that I love roundups? Because it's worth mentioning twice in this, because people love them. They do so well, and they are so worth every ounce of time that you spend on them. Okay, and then finally, make pins for everything. Yes. Okay, so making pins for, I'll figure this out, I swear. Making pins for everything, and I mean everything. Like, even if you have a Black Friday post that's, it's one day. Like, what good is it making a pin? Everything. Making a pin for an Amazon specific post can just, people would be clicking on it accidentally, maybe even for months. Next year, you're going to find that you're going to have people clicking on your Black Friday post from the year before. It's crazy how it happens, but it's really true. So make pins for everything. And it can be, you can make an evergreen pin. So even if you have a Black Friday sale, you don't necessarily have to have all of your pins saying that it's Black Friday. You can say the best sales for bloggers, period. The best sales for the kitchen, whatever it is. Can you tell I'm hungry? Like, I'm talking a lot about food. Okay, so that's what the bottom line is. You need to make a pin for everything. And I know that it takes a lot of time sometimes to make pins, which is why I gave you guys the pin templates, because I whoa, hang on, out of focus, sorry. I absolutely believe that those pin templates are what's going to be the difference between you being able to spend like 15 minutes getting a pin made versus like, I don't know about you, but it's taken me like an hour to make pins before in the past. And it is a total waste of time, because honestly, the pin that I made after 15 minutes is probably just as good as the pin that I made after an hour. So that's my whole thing with Amazon, is the goal that we're going to have over the course of this week specifically, because we're going to be talking about Amazon, is making roundups, making gift guides, doing reviews, finding things that are specific to your avatar, who you are talking to, your audience, that people want to hear more about and that will sell. So, did that cover everything that I wanted to talk about? Hang on, let me consult my notes that are so extensive right now. So let me see. Oh, hang on. I did have something else. There we go. Sorry, excuse the fact that I'm wearing leggings. It was a long day. Okay, so these are my list of the homework assignments. Oh, you can't see it. That's lovely. There we go. These are the list of the homework assignments for the week. Aren't you excited? I want to make sure that I covered everything that I wanted to say. So for today, I did want to talk about today's homework assignment was to brainstorm. And I hope that you guys didn't look at that and were like, is this what this class is going to be about, is brainstorming? Like, really? I know that that sounds silly, but I really mean it. I want you to sit down, and if you do this tomorrow morning, or if you do this after the live, or if you do it in the middle of it, I don't really care. Whatever it is. Sit down with a big blank piece of paper and just brain dump. And I want you to do this as often as you can, because this is something that's going to be like a stream of consciousness thinking. And these are going to be where your ideas are going to come from. And if you hit a wall, sorry, if you hit a wall with trying to come up with different kinds of ideas for Amazon specific posts or what you want to talk about, my number one recommendation is always to go to Pinterest and kind of glean some inspiration from there. Just to be very, very clear, I am in no way, shape, or form talking about copying other people's ideas or posts or anything. I'm talking about, I got a really great idea once from one, it was a pin that was a gift guide that was a color gift guide. Like, it was a gift guide for rose gold. Like, somebody who likes rose gold apparently only ever wants anything that's rose gold. Anyway, so there was this really cute little like framed piece that was like in a cute frame. I'm like, oh, wall decorations on a budget. Gift guides for wall decorations on a budget. There you go. And I made that post, or whatever it is. There are literally a million different things. You could go on Pinterest right now and just scroll through your home feed and find something that's like, oh, I want to make a gift guide for those people. Female entrepreneurs, make a gift guide for them. There's literally a million different things that you can do. But it doesn't have to just be gift guides, like the review posts. What are the things that you talk about on your blog? Do you talk about printers? Do you talk about books? Do you talk about stuff in the kitchen? Do you talk about a certain herb or supplement? Sorry, there was a fly. Or like a product that you use for your kids, or something that you put on your face. Whatever is something that you talk about constantly, write a review on it. I wrote a, frankly, really boring review on my water filter because I'm a total nerd about the quality of our water. And this is the same water filter that we've had for 4 years now. We change the filter once a year, and our water is free of lead, arsenic, chlorine, and all different kinds of impurities thanks to this water filter. And it saves me a ton of money because I'm not buying water bottles all the time, and I have my Camelback. I wrote a review on this thing too. It seems silly, but it's the truth. Like, especially for my audience bend, which is people who are looking to save money without having to go like way out of their way. And so talking about buying a $10 water bottle that can last you, 15 years or something, that's an exaggeration. People want to hear about that and how it saves money and what other products. Think about the link to the water filter review, about the other products that can go along with this, that can help me save money at home, or to stay safer at home, or to live green at home. All of these different things. You can make, literally, there's no limit to the amount of reviews or gift guides or roundups that you can make based on this stuff. So that is, can you tell that I geek out over this stuff? It's definitely something that I think you guys are going to really enjoy. Because frankly, don't tell anybody this, it's kind of easier to make these kinds of posts than it is to come up with like the right things to say, the right kinds of keywords, and how to make it fit in a post organically. It's a lot easier to come up with these things. Do a quick search on Amazon, find the picture, get the link, add it, and then boom, you have a post. It's so much easier than having to go and come up with everything off the top of your head. Because, like, think about it. Half the post is already written for you because half the post is going to be pictures, which actually brings me to another point. If you aren't using pictures in your Amazon links, you have to start right now. And I want you to do that for a few reasons. One, think about like how boring a post is if it's just text. So you want to break that post up and keep people's attention because our attention spans are getting smaller by the day. So keep their attention by keeping it entertaining. Give them something that's a break from just text, even if it's a picture of a water bottle. It's a break from the text, and that's what's important. Sorry. So break from the text by using the pictures. But if you aren't linking to the same product using your Amazon affiliate link, you are missing out. If you did, there was some, I want to say that it was Darren Rouse from ProBlogger did a study on like a link right next to a picture and which one converted more. And the picture converted more than double what the link did, just by being a picture. It's the same thing. It's the same product. I think that it was just the exact same thing, just right next to each other. People click on pictures. So if you aren't linking to pictures to Amazon, you're missing out on potential income. People want to click on pictures. I don't know why. Maybe it's like that Pinterest and Facebook like mentality of us, like, oh, it's a picture. Let's click on it and see where it goes. It could be. And even if it is nothing more than just curiosity, that's a click. That's a cookie. And that's what we want. So we want to pique someone's interest and we want to get them to click on things. Even if it's something completely silly like the doggy walkie-talkie thing that I was telling you guys about from Prime Day. That's going to be something that people would definitely click on and be like, Mom, you have to see this. Like, you have clicks based on that. So that's pretty cool right there. All right. And so we want to talk about popular products in your niche, reviews that your audience would want, gift guides that your avatar would want. The reason, okay, I did want to kind of tangent off of the reason that you really want to kind of talk about your avatar is this. First off, there's enough gift guides out there and everyone's competing for the same stupid SEO keyword. And you're never going to rank for gift guide, right? But you could rank for gift guides for teachers under $10. You have, if there are 200 people who make that search each month, it's going to peak over the holidays. But if you have 200 people who are making that search versus just the people who are making gift guides, your post about gift guides for teachers under $10 has a much higher chance of ranking for that keyword and showing up on Google. And again, Google traffic is super powerful. We don't talk about it a whole lot because you know what? SEO is a long game. So it might not rank immediately. You might not ever see anybody this year on your post or gift guide from Google, and that's fine. But this is a long game. So you're planning to write this post and have it go big next year with SEO. The short-term game is by promoting it on Pinterest. And the reality is people do searches the same on Google as they do on Pinterest. Think about how many times you have done a search for a dinner recipe or something, and your first stop is Pinterest. If your first stop is Google, you're going to probably be taken to a Pinterest pin. Like, it's just something, we all search for the same thing, and Pinterest is a visual search engine. It's basically giving both Google and Pinterest what they want by telling them specifically what your gift guide is for, who it is for. And you can do that for a bunch of different ways too. But I won't get into SEO stuff right now, I promise. That's like a rabbit trail of like, whoo. I do not have time for that. And I promise you guys don't either. I could totally geek out on it, but I won't do that to you guys because honestly, that's a long-term thing. And we are kind of in like a short-term period of time because the holidays are not getting any further away. And we want to get the stuff out as soon as humanly possible. So I talked about, there's a section in the Teachable course about promoting your stuff. Obviously with Pinterest, that's a big deal. And I did kind of a crash course on Pinterest and what you need to be doing for your pins, for group boards, and for personal boards. So if you haven't checked that out, go ahead and check that out inside of the Teachable class. And, oh, sorry guys, it is summer in Pennsylvania and it's a little bit hot. Okay, all that to say, excuse me guys, I'm a professional, I swear. Okay, so Pinterest is a fabulous way to do it, especially with new content. Pinterest eats up new content. They love that stuff. So you're going to have a new post with a new pin and get it out there. Pinterest will share it to people. People are starting to look for this kind of stuff. They're going to save it. The more people that save it, that tells Pinterest, oh, people like this pin. We're going to keep showing it to people. And that's how stuff goes viral. With Pinterest, especially with a smart feed, it's not always about like, oh, you know so-and-so who shared this. It's, we know that you like hearing about recipes. So we're going to show you this recipe. We're going to show you this gift guide for people who like recipes. That's how Pinterest works. And the way that you can kind of not manipulate it, because you can't really manipulate it, you have to tell Pinterest what your stuff is about. And you do that in the pin description. You do that by pinning it to really, really relevant boards, whether it's personal boards or group boards, although Pinterest right now is giving a lot of power to personal boards. So I want you to, over the course of the week, because you've already got enough with your brainstorming, I want you to be brainstorming today. But over the course of the week, you need to have Pinterest boards that you are starting to think up for the holidays specifically, and different boards that you can make that are related to your niche that like you can keep adding to over the course of the year. They can be seasonal. That's fine. Never delete a board. Always make it secret if it's seasonal. Okay. Oh my gosh. I feel so bad, guys. Can I just tell you? My comment thread was stuck up at the top. So I'm like, wow, nobody's saying anything. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, let me see. I'm so sorry. Can I just say that again? Like, if you want us to stay on for like another 18 hours, we can do that. Like, I'll die. I mean, I'll be exhausted and probably a zombie, but I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Let me see if I can try to get through this. I'm really embarrassed. Okay, I'm a professional, I swear. Okay. Does it matter if it's a link or a native ad? Okay, so native ads are actually really important as well, because those are things, if you don't know what a native ad is, it's really, really cool. It's basically an Amazon product bar that is basically showing whoever is on your website the most recent searches that they've had or things that are related to their most recent searches on Amazon. So it's very, very targeted. What is that called? Very, very targeted advertising. And that is really powerful, but at the same time, it's not specific to your post. So your post could be about puppies, but somebody could be looking up kitchen utensils and they're going to be seeing kitchen utensils in your post about puppies when they're there to hear about puppies. So you really want to, you can have the native ad in your site, in your post. That's totally fine. But make sure that that's not the only way that you're relying on Amazon links. The reason being, again, if somebody's there looking for puppies, it doesn't matter if they were looking for gardening utensils or gardening equipment earlier in the day. They're there now to hear about puppies. They don't care about the gardening stuff. They're here about puppies. Oh, sorry. I just smashed my elbow on my desk. I'm doing well. Okay. So make sure you can have the native ads, but make sure that you have the in post links, text links, and picture links. Never overlook the pictures. So when you have a link inside of a post, when I said that you should have at least 2 links inside of each one of your posts, I would definitely do, especially if it's something that's really applicable. Again, excuse the fact that I'm talking all about food stuff. This is just where my brain goes at night. I'm a hungry person. So let's say you are talking about crock pots. In the beginning, you're going to say, this is the crock pot that I use. But at the end of the post, you're going to say, you need to get this crock pot right now. I've never seen it at such a low price. So you're going to have it at the top and at the bottom, because the people who read all the way to the bottom are already much more likely to buy because they've already read your entire post. So they're already emotionally invested in what's going on. So you give them kind of a harder, like, you need to go buy this now. Like, you read all this information, go buy it. And they're going to be okay and click on it. If you've given them enough kind of information, if you've answered all of their questions, then they're going to go click through and buy it. So that's what you want. Let's see. I'm sorry. Did I mention that I'm sorry, guys? Because I'm a mess. Are we allowed to use photos from the Amazon site for products? Let me see. So yes, there is a, in the top of your Amazon affiliate where you get the link, there is an option for the short link, for the long link, and for a picture link. And what you can do with the picture is, I always select large because honestly, they come up like thumbnail size. They're so tiny. It's ridiculous. But I always select large, and then you just copy it, and it's already the picture with the link attached to it. And all you have to do is just take that little snippet of code. So it's got the HTML brackets on either side. Go to your post, go to the text verse, or wait, is it text? Go to the one that has all of the brackety thingies, and then input it wherever you want to. That sounded a lot more technical than I meant to. It's just basically you're copying and pasting code into where you want it to go that's already okayed by Amazon. There have been, and I will say this, there have been times when I want a big picture. Like, I'm not joking. Like, the large pictures that they give you are like that big. So it's kind of ridiculous. I want a big picture. Like, if I want it to take up, this much of my screen, it's not going to do me any good when it's this big. So I copy and paste, and then obviously link directly back to my Amazon affiliate link on that big picture that I've taken off of Amazon. Yeah, that's what I've done in the past. That's what I will continue to do until they figure out that nobody really actually wants a large image that's this big. So there's that. How can you do an image only that doesn't have a price, only the photo? So there is one option that does have the price when you do an image. Hang on. Let me see if I can do this while on. Should probably have planned this out a little bit better. I'm very sorry, guys. Okay, so when you go to, I'm just gonna click on the first thing that shows up here, which is an echo, of course. And then you have the 3 options at the top of the bar. I'm sorry, I'm reading what it says on my screen and I'm saying it to you. So you have the 3 options where you can get your link. So there's the text, there's the image, and then there's text and image. You want, in that case, that doesn't have any of the pricing information, you want the one that just says image. You can also, no, that's the one you want, is definitely the one that's just image, because then it's just the picture. There's nothing else around it except for the picture. Sorry. Okay. Let's see. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, guys. I feel like a turd, like, that I didn't see these comments. I'm like, wow, nobody's commenting. Let's see. Oh no. Can you guys still not get the pin templates to work? It drives me bonkers. So I don't usually use Canva. I've kind of used it back and forth with PicMonkey. And reason being is I've just always used PicMonkey because it used to be much less expensive than Canva. Right now they're about equal. But with Canva, I can share with you guys the pin templates that I've been using. but it's been giving me trouble. So I'm trying to figure out if they don't work, let me know, and I will probably yell at somebody at Canva because I am cranky about that. Like, it shouldn't be a problem, but it absolutely is for some reason. So I'll get at somebody at Canva for that because I have it so that you guys should be able to edit them. Maybe it's that I need to change it to view. Maybe I need to make it public. I don't know. I'll make that work and I'll figure it out and I'll get back to you guys on that if it's not working for you. It should be working. How often do you feel you are writing reviews? This is a good question. Honestly, I don't write reviews a great deal, primarily because they work, the kind of Amazon posts that work so well are the roundups, or the top 10s, are the best ofs. However, when I do have a top 10 or best of, I like to link to my product reviews inside of them. It just works out super kind of naturally to be able to kind of link to another product review, because then again, if somebody's really interested in hearing about why I love my Camelback water bottle, they're going to probably buy it if they click through and read a review. If they're going to read a full review on a freaking water bottle, chances are really good that they're going to buy it. And so that's why I spend some time on the reviews, but I spend much more time on the top 10s, on the best ofs, because again, that's kind of more of like a mass appeal. Sorry. So more people are going to be like, remember, wide net. That's kind of what we're going for, is the wide net. We're looking to get as many people to our sites as possible. And once we're there, we can give them more information on our sites. We can tell them more about what we are about and give them more information that is related to the topic that they're there for. So inside of each post, not only should you have your Amazon link for actually like getting people to buy stuff, but you should also have a way that they can kind of get lost in the rabbit hole that is your blog. Have you ever been on someone's blog and you're there for recipe or something, and next thing you know, you're 18 posts deep hearing about the first time that they had a baby? And it's like, how did I get here? That's what you want people to do with your blog. So the best way that you can do that is make sure that you can link to every single different kind of post that is related to the topic that you're talking about. Even if it's even like loosely related, link to it anyway. You never know what people are going to be looking for, but give them as much of the related topics that you talk about as possible throughout the course of the post. And the way that I do that, honestly, is after each like paragraph, I just write out the blurb, related post, and then I put the title of whatever post it is, link to the title, and that's in bold, and that's the end of it. And people click through and they get lost in the rabbit hole that is my blog. So yeah, that's, you don't want to get really quick. I understand what you're saying, Holly. You don't want to get kind of labeled as a review blog, because that is a really difficult stigma to get rid of. Brands will have a difficult time working with you. People will have a difficult time wanting to work with you. Like it's just, you know, you don't want to be like that blog that does the review stuff, because it's so easy to get people who are like, hey, I will give you a free product if you review it. And then you don't make money off of it. And it's a real bummer. So we don't want that to happen. The way that you can kind of spread that out, again, is to backdate a lot of your posts so that it's not showing up either like, you know, on the front page or even right next to each other. There's no problem with backdating. It's just not going to show up on the homepage of your website. It's super easy to do. But if you want to, for whatever reason, bring something to the forefront, like if you decide you don't want to have your gift guide for teachers on your homepage right now, but you know that in November, you definitely should have that on your homepage, move it there then. There's nothing wrong with doing that. I backdate and edit my stuff and then update the date. It's totally fine. It's totally normal. So yeah, I understand what you're saying though. It's really easy to kind of, you don't want to get overwhelmed into being looped into the, you're just a review blog. So I get that. I really, really do. I don't want you to get lumped in there. Let's see. You won't bore your audience, I promise. Like, think about it this way, though. People are coming to your blog through what we kind of call the back door. So they're not going to your homepage. They're going to your whatever blog post they found on Facebook or Pinterest or wherever. I think, I have to do the percentage. I did a percentage of, like you may have heard, people obsess over doing their About Me page. I did a percentage based on like how many people actually went to my About Me page. It was 0.02% of my entire traffic has ever gone to my About Me page. It's not worth me freaking out over because more people are going directly to all of my blog posts than are kind of poking around on my homepage or on my contact page or anywhere like that. So don't worry about that. I don't stress out about it, and I don't encourage you to stress out about it either. Don't worry, I promise. And again, if you're concerned about it, just backdate them so they're not showing up on the front page. Okay. Oh gosh, sorry. Yeah, I don't want you guys to be overwhelming your sites with review posts. I don't think that there's a problem doing like a top 25 or a best of thing. And again, I don't want you to just overwhelm your stuff with reviews. It's just too much. And too much of anything is a bad thing, right? So if you find yourself like, oh, this is my 15th top 10 post, it might be time to shake something up and do a review. Or it might be time to look into other kinds of affiliates and like talking about what they have to offer other than just doing a 10 post on Amazon. Or think about a different thing that you can talk about. It doesn't have to be necessarily gift guide related. I've seen a post that's like, oh gosh, what is it? It's like the top 10 reasons that every teacher should have Amazon Prime. Now, that's a pretty awesome post to get people to actually convert and click and buy Amazon Prime off of that, because you already have them hooked. You have teachers who are looking for a reason to write off Amazon Prime as a tax expense. That's a pretty awesome way to do it. So if you feel like you're getting overwhelmed with writing, oh gosh, sorry. Sorry. If you feel like you're getting overwhelmed with writing gift guides or with top 10s or with reviews, kind of switch it up and see kind of a different angle that you can take. There are plenty of different options that you can do that are an evergreen style post that you don't have to be like, it doesn't have to be specific to Christmas. It can be a holiday post. It can be an all year post. So evergreen. So no matter what time of year it is, it's always relevant. Don't feel like you have to just do holiday stuff. This is the time to do it, but you can definitely expand on it if you feel like you're getting, like your site is getting overwhelmed. But don't freak out about that. Don't worry necessarily that your homepage has more than one top 10 post. It's okay. Again, just kind of backdate everything. You can backdate it to the last page of your blog. It's totally fine. As long as you share it on Pinterest or on link parties or whatever, people are going to see it. And that's what we want, is for people to see it. But they don't necessarily have to go to your site to see it on the homepage. Does that make sense? Because again, remember, people come through the back door of our sites. They're not going to the homepage as often. So let's see. Sorry. Okay. Did I get everything? Yeah, you guys can definitely do, as far as like pictures with inside of reviews, you can absolutely do Amazon pictures, but like, I think that it's Amanda, that's right. Like Amanda was saying, you know, people really do like to see personal pictures. They like to see like, wow, you actually bought this product and you're not just telling me randomly to buy it. Like, you know what you're talking about. And people like to see that. That's kind of the personal level, which is why they're looking at a blog for an honest review of something versus going to Amazon for it. Okay, why make a board secret if it's seasonal? Okay, let me tell you. So think about it this way. If you have a post, now again, this is kind of like are people really going to your pins page? Are people really going to your boards page? And does it really matter? So, but here's the deal. Back a little while ago, it was super important to have your Pinterest profile look super branded. So I don't even know if people do this anymore, but they used to create their own pin pictures for each and every group board or each and every personal board that they were in, so that it was like if your theme was like aqua or something, each one of the pictures that you would see for each board had aqua and then the word of whatever the board was. If it was saving money, it was saving money, and then the next one, and then the next one. So the whole thing was very aesthetic. It was very much like, this looks really good, and so we wanted that. That doesn't seem to be the case anymore. Again, not many people are going to your Pinterest profile to look for your boards. Chances are people are just doing, like, think about being on Pinterest as a user, not as a blogger. It's really hard to kind of get out of that mindset once you're a blogger, because it's like, this is a whole new world. It's amazing. But the reality is most of the users on Pinterest are just normal people. They're there looking for content that's relevant to them. They're likely just going to stay on their home feed. If they're going to be searching for something, they're just going to stay on that search. Chances are they're probably not going to click over to someone's Pinterest profile ever. So I wouldn't necessarily stress out about like the way that it looks on your Pinterest. But for seasonal boards, that's one area that's like, it's really easy to clutter up the amount of boards that you have. If someone does go over there, it's really easy to have it look really, really cluttered. And we don't want that, obviously. So the reason that you would make a seasonal board into a secret board is because, you know, if it's Easter, you don't want people to be seeing your Christmas board. And so here's something kind of cool that's a little, just in case you guys didn't know, never, ever, ever delete anything off of Pinterest. Never. Because I have heard way too many different stories of people who are like, this was a dead board, I never got any traffic to this pin, and then one day it went viral. I never got anybody looking at this Pinterest board, and then the next thing I know, it has double the followers that my regular boards have. You never know what's going to happen. So when you make, let's say you have a Christmas decorating board, when you make your Christmas decorating board secret, instead of deleting it at the end of the season, you have it there so that people can actually, like, Pinterest knows what was popular by the season. Okay? Sorry. So if you have a post or a pin that did really, really well this upcoming season on Pinterest, let's say you have a pin that got like 100,000 repins or something this season, it's going to stop being viral after the season, right? But next year, Pinterest is going to remember that that was a pin that people are going to want to see. They're going to remember that virality and start showing it to people. And you never want to lose that by deleting a board or by deleting a pin, even though it's not seasonal anymore. So all that to say, that's kind of why it used to be really important to do secret boards. And now, honestly, I'm wondering like if it's really that important to have secret boards. But if you're like me and you kind of want to organize things to be seasonal, make them secret until it's seasonally appropriate, and then make them not secret. Whew, okay. Oh dear. The Link Parties 101 link won't work either. Dang it. Technology does not like me today. Okay, I'm writing this down, guys. Yell at Canva and get Link Parties link to work. Yell at Canva. Link Party 101. Sorry. Okay. I tried to embed it into the class, but it wouldn't work. I don't know why it was giving me so much trouble. I'm really sorry. Did I mention the technology hates me? Okay. Do you have to have that affiliate statement before the link at the or at the bottom is fine? Okay, so this is a really good question. Amazon is very, very clear about their affiliate disclosures. You need to have a specific affiliate disclosure either at the footer or in the sidebar of your blog. I recommend in the sidebar because it's easy to see. But you also need to have it inside of the actual post itself. Now, the reason being is because the reader, has to be disclosed about an affiliate link before they ever encounter it. So let's say your link is in the second line of your post. They need to be aware before they see that link that it could be an affiliate link. Now, I know, honestly, people are kind of blind to that stuff anyway, but we have to have it anyway. So here's my recommendation is if you guys have a Genesis theme, you can edit your header portion of your blog post so that it says, what I have is the time or the date that the post was made, the author of the post, and then there's my little blurb affiliate disclosure linking to my bigger affiliate disclosure. And this is the affiliate disclosure that simply says, this post might contain affiliate links, period. And the reason that you want it to be in kind of a code format versus like writing a blurb like into each and every post is twofold. One, it's easy to forget, and that would be something that's really, really bad to forget to have in a post. But two, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm like gross. But two, the reality is, sorry, it's easy for it to get swept up in like SEO, and you don't want that to happen. So what I mean by that is if the first sentence in your post says, this post might contain affiliate links, see my disclosure here. When you look at a post on like someone's homepage, let's say, and they kind of do the blurb of the first few lines, that's going to be the first thing that people see. And that's not what you want to have happen. It's also bad for SEO. SEO gives a lot of power, I guess, to the first few lines in each post. So if your first few lines in each post simply state that you have affiliate links, it's going to be bad for your SEO. And we don't want that to happen. So I'm going to look into, woohoo, I'm dropping things here. Sorry. I'm going to look into another way to add that kind of blurb if you don't have a Genesis theme. Hang on. For link, I'm sorry. In header without Genesis. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so let's see. So that's what you have to do as far as disclosures go, is you need to have it before they would even see a link. It's a pain in the butt. Okay. Is there a rule from Amazon that you can't post the prices of products on your posts? So this is actually something that's really interesting. I had heard that from another blogger that that's like explicitly against their instructions. However, explicitly against their instructions to have a link to a, or not to have a link, sorry, to have the price of a product in a link or whatever it is inside of a post. They don't want, Amazon doesn't want you to have the price listed next to their products, is what this one woman said. Now, oh, thank you, Shauna. Okay, so the plugin FMTC affiliate disclosure. Awesome. I'm so sorry. I'm writing this down. FMTC affiliate disclosure. Sorry. I just want to make sure that I have all this so that I can add it to the resources page for you guys for later, just in case you don't have a photographic memory or aren't taking notes because it's late at night and I'm really sorry. Okay. Sorry. So I had heard that you can't have prices, but here's where kind of my confusion comes in is I went over to Money Saving Mom and Passionate Penny Pincher and Penny Pinchin' Mom. And all of them have links that say exactly how much products are to Amazon. So you can understand my confusion here where it's like, but I heard from somebody, but then somebody else is doing something completely different. So I promise I will have to get to the bottom of this one because I don't do it. So here's kind of my thinking. I always prefer to err on the side of caution. If that's going to get my account shut down because I'm not as big as Crystal Payne, I'm not going to do it. That's like point blank. I'm not going to do it, which is fine. So here's something else. So caution is one thing, but also like it's so much work to continue to update prices. So let's say something is $12 today, but it's $13 tomorrow and it's $17 the next week. Are you going to keep updating it or are you just going to leave it? I like to be, this sounds kind of bad. I like to be as vague as humanly possible. I like to kind of leave it at, this is the lowest price that I've seen it ever. This is a great deal. You're not going to find a better one, whatever it might be, and kind of leave it at that because that's usually enough to get people intrigued enough to click over onto it. And that's kind of a positive thing. That sounds really jerky. So bottom line is kind of self-preservation for both I want to stay as an affiliate for Amazon and I don't feel like updating a billion posts a billion times a day. I just don't add it. You can do what you want with that information because honestly, I haven't seen that directly from Amazon. I have somebody who said they have seen it directly from Amazon, but I feel like there would be a bigger uproar over so many big bloggers doing that then. All that to say, I don't do it. Personally, I wouldn't because it's a lot of work to kind of maintain it. Yes, it is in the Genesis Simple Hooks plugin. Thank you. That's where you can add it to the header if you have Genesis. If you don't have Genesis, the FMTC affiliate disclosure plugin is what you want. Whew. Okay. Oh, it doesn't work with social warfare. I'm really sorry, guys. This is like my comments are like super random. Like they're not showing up on like the right way. I'm sorry. Okay. Did I miss anything, guys? I mean, I missed obviously like the entire conversation that was happening in the comments because it was like my computer didn't, it usually moves with the comments. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. Next time I will be like super on top of making sure that I stay on top of the comments here. Like, how do I change that, I wonder? Anyway, all that to say, I hope that helped. I hope that you guys aren't overwhelmed because, I mean, honestly, that was a lot that I was throwing at you guys. I'm really sorry. But I want you to know Amazon stuff, like Amazon links, people love those posts. They're not hard to make. And honestly, as far as like affiliates go, even if for whatever reason, let's say you are linking to a cookbook or something, and then the cookbook isn't on sale anymore, you're still going to get that Amazon click. Like people are still clicking over onto your Amazon to get that cookie. At the end of the day, that is what we want, is for people to have your cookie on all of the big holidays or over the course of the holiday season, which is why you should definitely have at least 2 links in each one of your posts, even if you don't think it's relevant, to Amazon, because you never know. And it's something that's positive. You also want to make sure that in each one of your posts that you talk about Amazon products, that you're talking about some kind of a bounty that is related to them, whether it's Primes, 2-day shipping, or whatever it is. It could be Showtime. It could be the baby registries, whatever it is. Make sure that you're adding some kind of link to that. And just don't obsess over the way that your homepage looks. That sounds really bad. Let me try this again. It's easy to feel, I'm so sorry. It's easy to feel really overwhelmed when you're a new blogger, hearing all this kinds of information. I hope that it doesn't overwhelm you. I'm sorry if it does, but I'm trying not to overwhelm you. My goal here is to make you guys money. And the best way to do that is to make posts that people are going to want to click on, that people are going to want to share, and then ultimately people are going to want to click on and buy from. So I hope that that helped. Am I missing? Oh, I am missing something. Sorry. With your personal boards on Pinterest, if most of your if most of your seasonal posts are for Christmas, should you have more than one personal Christmas board? Yes, actually. You should have like 1,000,000 different Christmas boards. You should have Christmas boards for as many different things as you talk about. So hang on. I got too excited there and I got a frog in my throat. So let's say it's not just enough to say like Christmas, period, because that's not telling Pinterest about what your board is about. Is it Christmas decorations? Is it Christmas outfits? Is it Christmas deals? Is it gift guides? Is it kids' clothes? Is it activities? Is it Bible studies? You don't know. So just having this blanket board about Christmas, you can have it, but you should definitely make sure that each one of the pins that you make that are seasonal can go into 5 different boards. That can include your best of your blog. It can include the general holiday for Christmas, but you also have to make sure that it can go into 3 different other boards. If you have a post that's like the best Christmas dinners that you can make, so you want to have Christmas dinners, you want to have it go to dinners, and you want to have it go to family recipes. Those are all kind of general ideas, but you understand what I'm saying? Is like if you have a Christmas general, like seasonal umbrella board, you have to also make sure that you have other boards that are really, really specific. So if you talk about recipes, if you talk about homeschooling, if you talk about frugal living, you want to have a Christmas board for each one of those things. You want to have a Christmas homeschooling, Christmas frugal living, Christmas decorating. You have to make sure that you have those specific boards because that's going to be telling Pinterest about what your pins are about. And right now, with the power being with personal boards, the more specific that you can get, the better off it will be for Pinterest to know who to show those things to, who it's important to, and why they should care. So it's kind of, does that make sense? Like you have to make sure that your boards are telling Pinterest what your pins are about. So sure, you can have a general Christmas board, but you have to also make sure that you have a very specific Christmas board for that niche, or for that topic. Niche, topic. Did I answer your question, Myra? I hope that didn't like confuse you too much. That was really kind of a roundabout way of saying like you can definitely have like one general seasonal board, but you can't just have that one. You have to have multiple ones that are specific. Okay, good. I'm glad that it made sense. Woo! Okay, guys. So here's the deal. Later on this week, I'm going to do another Facebook Live. Whoa, sorry. Where did the camera go? There we go. No? There we go. Technology hates me, guys. Okay, I'm going to do another Facebook Live later this week to show you guys about influencer accounts. I'm going to do another one on native ads to show you how you can use them and put them into your account, into your posts. And these are going to be really short videos, kind of more informational than anything else. I'm hoping that they'll work. Again, if technology and me are friends, maybe it'll work. So for tomorrow, I'm going to give you a preview of your homework. So today your goal was to brainstorm, just brainstorm constantly, like until your eyes are like so tired and your hand is tired from writing down all of the awesome ideas that are coming into your brain. You have to brainstorm a bunch of ideas. And tomorrow you are going to write one specific like top 10 post or a roundup post. It doesn't have to be 10 necessarily. doing a roundup post that is specific for Amazon. And again, it doesn't have to be Christmas necessarily, but it could be back to school. It could be Halloween. It could be Thanksgiving. Whatever it is, it could be an evergreen post. More power to you if you're doing that. Like, do something that is a specific post for, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. I'm so sorry, guys. It's past my bedtime because I'm an old person. I want you to write a post for Amazon for something that is in your niche, that is really something that like you came to you and you're like, yes, this is what I'm going to start with, and go from there. Okay. So that's going to be your goal for tomorrow, is to just write. You're not going to be making a pin because apparently Canva still hates me. You're not going to be making a pin. You're going to just be writing. You're just going to be gathering the links. You're going to be getting the pictures. You're going to be doing all of those kind of boring behind the scenes things. So I hope that that helps. I hope that you guys are still excited and aren't overwhelmed. I hope that you guys aren't like bored to tears yet. Okay, guys. I will post your homework tomorrow, and I will definitely see you in the group tomorrow. Okay, guys. I will hope that you have a good night because I need to go to sleep. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.